morning to you lot. Little white. Yes, that's better. So happy Saturday, everyone. Right now, I actually have to pick up my braids, and I was just thinking, I'm just going to do it in front of the camera because, because I did it, I braided my hair in front of the camera, and I was like, why not also do it in front of the camera and show you guys? And this is also a way to help anyone. By the way, if you guys are asking why are you so dressed and all of that, it's because today is my mom's birthday. So it's her birthday, and one thing about my mom that I love so much is she's the type of lady that she always wants to look good. So I'm not even the type that will just dress up only for someone's, to dress up only for an occasion. But I will also dress up like on a normal as well, on a normal day. So on my hand, I've just rubbed in some. I want to see if I can do this like in less than 15 minutes. So let's see, the timer starts now. It's 9:35. I've used the Yari hair pomade. Let me show you guys. You guys should go to the PDSG TV to get it. Yari hair pomade. This is wonderful. And then right now, I just have to put in some oil on my head. So yeah, put it on my scalp. And that's going to help me. Yeah. So I'm just putting some oil on my scalp. Oil. And then I don't know if you guys have been following this channel. There was a certain season I was teaching ASEAN language with my parents. So they were the teachers, and I was the coach. I was the leader. So they were teaching ASEAN on the channel. So one thing I would like to update you guys is the fact that your girl is learning. Oh yeah. I'm actually learning now. Like, the thing is, I'm still at that stage where I don't speak it, but I understand. That's the thing. I do not speak the language yet, but I've really made progress in understanding it. Like, literally, my mom the other day was speaking the language to my sister, and I was understanding what she was saying. She was like, oh my gosh, Kelly, you actually understand it? Yeah, like, to a certain degree now, yeah. Yeah, guys, a lot has been happening. I don't even know what you guys, like, there's someone that's been happening. There's the Brigitte Macron's case. I don't know if you guys have been following that with Candace Owens, which that's really captivated my interest. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, one thing that I like is I love facts. The moment you bring facts, it's very difficult to dispute, because instead, what would people try to do? Silence you. Like, and this could be in any area of your life. If you're bringing out facts, a manipulator will try to silence you. That's just the truth. And that's one thing I love about this series that Candace is actually covering on her podcast, because she's been working with a lot of French. She's been working with a lot of French journalists, and she's not even the one who started investigating the case. The French people started investigating this case, but obviously because of how France, it's under the regime of the Macrons, they're not really allowed to speak about this stuff. So they'll be, basically, you speak about it, you'll be persecuted for it. But with Camden's, you guys know how the US is. The US is a very vocal place, very freedom on speech. They've got freedom on speech. They don't want to be, especially with the fact that everyone now can you can open your YouTube channel and now speak into it. Because the style of Camden's, actually, I like her podcast. Her style is more of a journalist style. She's not here, and when you're a journalist, you investigate and you have to bring facts. So she's not just here like trying to have a chat. Like, we're literally dealing on facts. Like, these are the facts on the table, sharing it on the screen. You guys read it for yourself. I remember, like, recently I watched her interview on her website on www.candiceowens.com. I watched the interview on the website with Mr. Xavier Posward. Guys, that interview was crazy. It was filled with facts. Like, literally, one thing that Mr. Xavier was saying was, guys, look at it for yourself. I have nothing to say. Just look at the facts for yourself. Like, you guys tell me. And then another thing that they did in that that they showed on that interview was the fact that the pictures that we keep seeing from Brigitte, the pictures we keep seeing from the childhood of this person. The person claimed to be, like, there was a family picture. In the family picture, there were mom, dad, siblings, and then a baby on the mom's lap. That's a female baby. There's a female baby on the mother's lap. And then on the left, there's a boy. And the First Lady of France has been saying that baby on the mom's lap, that's who she is. And the boy, but when you see the picture, you would see that boy and be like, but that boy is Brigitte. Like, do you guys understand? Even your faces right now, I don't even need to know your name. If you show me a picture of when you were a child, or you don't even tell me who you are, like, because of your features, your eyes, your cheekbones, your lips, your nose, your ears, your eyebrows, like, it's easy to identify. Even your teeth, it's easy to identify who you were on the picture. Like, I remember even when you're like, I don't know if you guys will surely have it, but if you went to kindergarten and when you were really small and you're in those kind of schools, obviously they always at some point in the year they're going to take a picture of everyone in the school, everyone in the school. And recently with my brother in their school was a bit fancy what they did. Like, they would not only take a picture of the whole class when they were little, because my brother was in kindergarten. This was in Italy. He started at the age of 3. So at his school, they made a calendar. So it was a calendar of that year with all the kids and everyone. So they made it in a very good format that you would want to keep it in the future. You get me? Wow, I'm an ignorant, guys. And my mom kept these things. She kept them, and now my brother is 15, and she put them in she put them in his room, and you can see that. Okay, when I look at there's so many kids in that classroom. Yeah, when I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh. I know who this child is. Obviously, I know that it's my brother, but I know who this child is. The futures are so distinct. But what am I trying to say? That even now that he's 15, the futures he had on his face are still present now. Like, some of them are modified now, but you would say, oh my gosh, that's the boy in the picture. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but you see what's coming up here? Like, the curls is all getting defined. But let me tell you something about my hair. This is Afro hair. The moment I take this off, like the braids, because the UK is humid, my hair is going to definitely puff up. So this hair is going to puff up today. I know it's not going to be like this. I remember when I was in Italy, the climate there was not as humid as the UK, so it was different. And yeah, it was different, guys, and it wasn't like this. But this one, I know my hair is gonna definitely puff up. And one thing about my hair, I didn't stretch this hair before I even started. So yeah, There was no stretching. I washed it, then I braided it that way. That's all I did, guys. And then it's even because of this country. Sometimes I'm not even sure if I want to do a braid out, a wash and go, because the country is humid. It's just gonna mess my hair up. That's one thing about this country. I don't really keep my hair out that much because of how much the weather is gonna mess up my hair. But then in my head I was like, because I've been to the States. I was in the States last year, and I was like, with the States weather, I can probably leave my hair a bit more, because of how the climate is, and it's not as humid as the UK. It's way better in terms of humidity, and that's one thing that messes up Afro hair is the humidity, because literally your hair keeps absorbing the water. That's what humidity is, water. It keeps absorbing the water, and then poof, it just go. I need to stop saying it's not nice. Yeah. Then just a little update for me as well is that your girl has a tan. Oh yes, I have a tan. Let me actually show you. Can you see this? Yeah. To show you that, thank God for the UK sun. The UK sun has been amazing as well, and not only by the grace of God, I've been able to go to other countries as well this summer, which is good. But the UK literally this year has been mad. Like from, will I say June? Yeah, from June actually. From June, we started experiencing good weather. Like literally, we started experiencing good weather. July was crazy as well. The weather was hot. Then it got to a point that we started experiencing some cold weather, like late July. Like leading up to late July up till the first week of August. Right now we're actually leaving the second week. The second week is about to end. We're about to enter the third week of August. Guys, what the heck? So yeah. But going back to this case of the Brigitte Macron, you see, just how to show you how manipulators are. Yes, sorry, that's my sister, yeah. real stuff. This is a Saturday morning. I'm in my own bathroom. She's in her own bathroom. But let me tell you something. Leading up to the Brigitte Macron's, wait, what's the time? What the heck? What's the time? 9:45. Let's see. So it's 9:45. So leading up to what? So leading up to the Brigitte Macron stuff case, one thing that surprised me here is literally there is no need for some crazy acts here. It's just that simple. Someone is saying that you're not a woman, that you're born male. What will you do to counterattack it? Especially if you have so many claims. Like a lot of people keep saying, it's not just one or two people. Like literally, you have so many people in your country. Now this has diffused to the rest of the world, saying that you're not a female. What can you do to actually prove them? It's just the pictures from when you were a child. That is as simple as that. Just bring up pictures and then you can just keep these people to shut up. But no, this is not what is happening. The thing is, the things I was hearing from her, the Candace Owens were crazy. Like the fact that the first lady called Trump to call Candace to shut up. Like, is that a way to move? Like, if for real you're a lady, like the first thing that will come to my head would be like, okay, I'll show you guys the pictures if you don't believe me. If it's got to the point that you actually don't believe that, you're school, that you're actually a girl, like, just say it. Is it that difficult? Show it, proofs. People keep bringing proofs and facts and facts and facts and facts to prove that you're not a female. And then the next thing, you can't even show a picture of when you were a child. Come on now. Everyone on here, on this time, will surely have pictures of when you were a child. Like, come on now. You will surely have pictures of when you were a child. And for me, that was what was crazy. Like, are you going to show that? Are you going to tell the world? Like, there's no need to threaten people. And then, next level of manipulating the situation. Next level, the lady, the first lady, she's sending what? Um, she hired a private investigator to investigate candidates. I was just like, oh my gosh. It's just as simple. Like, do you really have to spend this much money to just tell the world that, actually, yes, I am a female, look at the pictures? Like, that is as simple as that. No need for a private investigator, no need to call Trump to tell Trump to, like, tell Candace to stop talking about this. Like, that's one thing they say. They say, oh, people keep talking. I thought that maybe an older person, because this person is like very old. The first lady is in her 70s. But from the Candace Owen shows, they said she's 80 actually. But she said, I thought that the older generation, because this is really old, this is the generation of even my grandparents. But my grandma is even way older than her. But I thought that it would be like, this would be her being like, you know what, who cares? The naysayers will say whatever they want to say. And you would move on with your life. But no, not at all. Like, you need to, you see, that's one thing about manipulators. They need to control the narrative. And at the end of the day, I'm really sorry for Emmanuel, because that story does not make any sense. Like, a child, you are a child, and the late first lady fell in love with a child. He has been the victim, and he married the abuser. That's the problem. It's just so crazy. And then, for me, if it's the truth, if it's the truth, and if you do, you're not embarrassed by your truth, then own your truth. No, you need to control the narrative, make everybody look like they're the one that's crazy, when all of these actions are actually mad and crazy. And gaslight the truth, because that's what manipulators do. They gaslight, they hide the truth, they expect you to keep walking in deceit and lies. That's just the thing about, unfortunately, one thing about this life, it's honestly, for me personally, the reason why I can even have an optimistic look about life is because of God. Because if I look at humans alone, let me just tell you my own truth. If I look at humans alone, no, honestly, no, you wouldn't even like this world, because it's just full of so much selfishness, people wanting to use you for their own gains and means, lying in your face. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not what you would expect to imagine. When you're a child, you're sheltered by your parents, and your covering is your shelter. But when you grow up and you become an adult, you start realizing what this world is really all about. And that's why this world, to be honest, they never really encourage kindness. When you're actually someone that, there are people who are genuinely born with kindness, like that's who they are. They don't need to show you or tell you that, oh, I do XYZ and that makes me kind. Real kind people don't always tell you that this is me. You just see it by their actions. They don't talk much about their kindness, but their actions alone shows and reflects that they're kind. They're considerate, and if you're a kind person out there, honestly, I pray for you that you're not used by anyone, by manipulator or by gaslighter. Because one thing about kindness is people want to exploit it, because it's such a virtue. Do you know that kindness is a powerful force? It's such a virtue, because you don't even know, in situations, that kindness that you have can save you. It can save you. Honestly, it can save you from some certain situation. And because of kindness, there are times that you wouldn't really just react out of nowhere. You would know how to react, because you're considerate, you keep calm, you understand your surroundings. That's just the thing. You just understand your surroundings, and then you act accordingly. But one thing about life, personally, I've just said to God that I just commit my life into your hands. And I thank you for guiding me in despite in this life, despite the ups and downs. I thank you for guiding me and helping me through it, because one thing I want to tell you, and I want to tell any kind person out there, is don't stop being kind, because you might meet people on the way. They are going to try you. Yeah, they're going to try your kindness. They're going to make you doubt why you should be kind. They would want you to become a tyrant just like them. And one thing about life, it's so sad, especially in men. Men can get so like, they will tell you this, that a lady broke their heart, or their heart has been broken a series of times, and because of that they become monsters. And then when they meet a good person, they're not able to be good. Like, they're like, I'm gonna be a monster as well to this person because of because of their problems. Instead of you to heal, instead of you to be like, if you believe in God, like, ask God to help your heart. No, they become tyrants. They're like, now you're gonna be on a destructive mode, destroy every single kind of person that you meet. Ladies, I come destructor. That's the name of the person now. The person becomes destructor. The person begins to do XYZ to you because of hurt. Listen to me. If I behave because of hurt, I remember that there are things that I've suffered in life. Being born in a country, like, some people will never understand this. If you've been born in Africa, for example, and you've been in a place where everyone looks like you, hello, Vladi. If you've been in Africa and everyone looks like you, obviously you wouldn't really suffer the fact that you can be in a country where you are the only person of color. And then being a person of color is a bit of a problem, because people don't look like you. You get it? I was born in Italy, so people don't really look like me, so it's different. And they wouldn't really understand where you're coming from. So you've suffered the fact that you're different in skin color. And in Africa, it's a bit more of colorism, lighter, darker, so all of those type of things. And then the mindset that has been colonized and brainwashed, it's really crazy. So Vladdy said he agrees. Okay. It's really crazy, because in life, if you allow your hurt to determine your next action, everyone, you're not the only one who's, people think that the others are going to suffer, but you're going to be the biggest loser there. Okay, so you're white, right? Yeah, it's just like understanding the fact that we are all different, and that's what makes the world actually a very interesting place, is the difference. Imagine if the world looked like, imagine if the world was like all Asian, or you were all Africans, or all Caucasian, or just one, you just have one kind. It would be so, you'd be so crazy. You're like, okay, there's nothing to explore actually, no countries to visit, no culture. Just forget it. The world wouldn't have a culture, because at the end of the day, you're like, even if I go to this country, we are all the same. I go to the other country, we are all the same. We don't have different cultures. It's not the same culture all around the world. And if you guys have actually enjoyed my conversation this morning, yes, you're free to donate to this channel to keep us going. And donate to the channel, keep us going. Let's get it popping on the channel. How many braids do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3 braids left. Yeah. So kindness is actually a very powerful force. And for some people, your kindness is going to be a problem. Oh yeah. You know what? Because they feel like it was best if you were as mean as they were. Yeah. As mean as they were. They just want you to be mean. Mean. But we live in a life that, in this life, you choose the life you want to live. Your life is determined by your choices at the end of the day. The choices that you choose, the choices that you make will shape the life that you're going to live. And if you think that, because I remember when I was in uni, I remember when I started uni, I came in contact with I came in contact with some people that literally I saw their mechanism, or you can even call it their modus operandi of making friendships. They would only make friends, they would only be friends with you if they could gain something from you. So they used you as a means to an end. So you were only important if you were good for something. And that is what some people do with people. Like, this is in both cases, friendship, relationally. If you're good for what they need you for, they're gonna keep you tight. That's what it is. And I remember then, because of my skills in photography, and there was like this person, it was like they liked the fact that I was good in photography. But one thing about me is that I even used my skills in photography for the media. I was very much involved in the church activities, so I used it for the media and everything. But I realized that the people around me were seeking friendships just for the sake of being able to exploit you. Yeah. And then the thing is, you better know now, if you have a sister, a brother younger than you, or you have kids, or you have nephews or nieces, tell them the truth that people are going to exploit you. And when you realize, run. Run. That's what I'm saying. I remember how I ran when I realized from that place, because I was like, you guys are only here for my skills. You don't really care about my well-being. You don't really like me. You don't really know me either. And I would get that a lot. They're like, look, I don't really know you, Kelly. And I'm like, you're not trying to in the first place. That's why you don't. You're not trying in the first place. That's what I'm saying. It's very important for a person to know themselves, have self-worth. And that's something that my parents taught me. Oh, it's so important. And it's important for you to start recognizing the signs of manipulation, because especially with someone that thinks that you don't have a mind of your own, people that think that you get tossed around, trust me, even the fact that you're kind, it's not every kind person that would think the same though. Let me tell you something. Some people are kind and weak. So that's why you need to understand your self-worth. You understanding your self-worth is going to give you the strength to stand. Do you understand? So it's going to give you the strength to stand. When you understand who you are as a person, your self-worth, how much you're worth in this world, and how much you're worth to God. Because God says, there's a scripture in the Bible that said that He knows every strand of your hair. He knows them one by one. So right now I'm just paraphrasing, but if any of you can actually go and search that out and put it in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. So He knows every strand of our head. So when you start realizing that, because I remember that when I was in school then, I was in uni, like I started realizing that there were signs of manipulation in amongst those people, and I had to run. That's one thing about life. Because there's a moment like when your relationship with God is so tight, like you and God and 5 and 6, when you start realizing this stuff, you're gonna run. You're gonna run because they're like, God, these people don't like me. It was just because of what I could offer, and that's why. And in life, we overcome battles by the blood of the Lamb. Like literally, He is the one who makes us to overcome the battles. Because in this life, there are so many battles. Whether you see them spiritually or not spiritually, like physically, even the moment you sleep, it's a spiritual world. Like, it's different. You don't even know where you are. You're just sleeping. Your subconscious is asleep. And then, boom, you wake up in the morning. But one thing I know because of my faith is that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of strongholds and casting down every imagination. This is one thing I want to even talk about, casting down evil imagination. Do you know that your eyes are the gate to your spirit? Like, your eyes, what you consume, what you watch, what you allow into your life actually shapes the whole of you. It even shapes what you start talking about. Some people don't even realize that they always talk about a certain topic because of what they watch. And they don't even realize that they always talk about a certain topic because of what they now start liking, and it becomes more than liking. It becomes something that has taken over them. It becomes what? What is that? An obsession? An addiction? Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just like you're liking your favorite show because you're always watching that show and you always talk about it. You're like, oh, this is my show. This is what is going to happen. But it can even be the opposite. You could actually be addicted with something that's really bad and you're always talking about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Sunday morning. May the Lord help us all. And yes, I am here and I am grateful to God for His mercies and for making me to escape, literally. And then, have a good day, guys. Let me show you guys the back, actually. I don't even know why my nose is itching me so much, and I feel warm as well. But outside it's not that warm today. That's just the thing about the UK. It's not that warm today. Oh my gosh.